Chambers of the Occult may contain content that might not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello.
I'm scared.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah.
Chambers of the Occult.
Old news nonsense.
Yeah.
Volume
Volume
5.
5 now.
Yeah.
That's fun. I love that we're doing these little episodes. They're cool.
Yeah, they're a little like de-stressor. They're like easier to like research, and they're fun.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And they allow us to bring on some fun guests like Milo here. Milo's been here on a previous episode, but we're welcoming him back.
If
It's
you liked
me.
him on the previous episode, great. Go ahead, Milo.
It's your local disembodied voice, just ready to boogie
Oh
all
my
night
God.
long.
That's true.
Ooh.
You were just
MILO.
So the one and only.
You don't know another Milo. You truly don't. I'm the only one.
Actually, yeah, I believe it.
I was gonna
don't think
say
there's
not
any
one
others.
that's spelled Milo.
Isn't that how every Milo is spelled?
There's
wow,
someone-
making some generalizations, aren't we?
Sorry. I didn't mean it like that, guys.
I'm with Y's rather than an I.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm a good person, okay?
Wow.
Yeah. As you can tell, Alexis is taking a little hiatus. She's not in this episode. So, hope you like Milo because
Yeah.
she's back.
Yeah. So you may be, for some of our next episodes, you may be seeing some other guests that we're going to bring in.
Some more
So just
disembodied voices.
More disembodied voices, yeah. Alexis is okay. Just want to let that be known. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll be back. We just can't tell you when.
She's currently on a 5-week trip in Morocco studying insects.
yes.
Yeah,
What
she can tell
Milo
us
said.
about it when she gets back.
Alrighty. Well,
Yeah.
are you ready to get some funnies in?
I am ready to get started.
Cool.
Now, just like some previous newspaper clippings, I can start from east to west or west to east. It just depends what you guys prefer. And if there's no preference, I suppose I can start somewhere else.
West
North
Coast.
to south.
West Coast.
Okay. Okay, cool. I realized I have 2 West Coast ones. Do you guys want Miami or do you guys want New York?
Wait, that's East
Aren't-
Coast.
Those are both East Coast.
Oh, shoot, you're right. Never mind. I got 1 West Coast. There we go. That's
Let's
easier.
go. We'll start there.
And just real quick, how do y'all feel about cats?
I love them until they are like evil demon spawns.
I certainly see them.
Okay,
Valid.
cool. Because this one takes place in, well, this was from the San Francisco Call and Post from May 15, 1909. And it starts with the title, My Cat Farm. My Cat Farm.
Gross farming cats.
And it's quite interesting because I read this and I'm like, why is this on the newspaper? But this is by Lucille Scott. She's from Sebastopol school.
Sebastopol? Okay.
Sebastopol? Yeah, I think so.
Something like that? Okay.
Yeah, she's a 6th grader and she is 13. And she says on the
Okay.
newspaper, she says, if John D. Rockefeller should be kind enough to leave me $1 million, I would be very glad.
Oh
I love
yeah.
her.
I love the direct approach.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like, hey, Mr. John D. Rockefeller, if you want to leave me casually just $1 million, I'd be
Yeah,
very.
that would be great.
Yeah, yeah. I should put a newspaper, like I should put an article out like that too.
We all should try it. See what happens.
Yeah. See if anyone replies.
Yeah.
It says, I should set out and buy and build a cat farm. I would buy 5 acres of land. Around it, put wire 3 feet high to keep the kittens in. And in the yard, make a very large barn. In the barn would be nooks and crannies. Also a few stalls so the cats would be at home. I would have trees and catnip in my yard. I would have the barn filled with loose hay. I would keep several cows so they would have plenty of milk.
No.
Yeah, she's thinking of everything.
Cats can drink milk.
I know they can't.
Cats can.
Okay, but this is 1909. I don't think it was that
That's
common.
true. They didn't know. No.
Yeah.
Well, can't they technically? They're
They
mammals.
can. It's just
Aren't they like lactose intolerant?
yeah, they can, but it's just like they're very severely lactose intolerant, I think, or something like that.
Especially when
So,
it comes to like not cat milk, right?
yeah.
Well, then they can technically drink milk.
Yeah.
Actually, not that it matters.
Actually,
It continues by saying, I then would begin my collection of cats. I would send boys around to get the cats and kittens in the city and all around and get the poor and thin ones and not the kind that are fat and have good owners who take good care of them. I would have long droughts in which I would put milk for them. It also says, in the yard there would be little houses for them to sleep in if they wished. Wouldn't they be glad to come to my farm and have a good warm place to sleep with plenty to eat? I myself would enjoy watching them.
that's I really respect this lady.
This 13-year-old.
Yes. This, like, she's like, hi, I need $1 million, and this is exactly what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah. This is like before Shark Tank.
This is the original Shark Tank.
I'd like to invest at 13%.
Yes. Oh.
13% stock. How are you gonna make profit? Like what?
What do you mean? What do you mean? How would I not
Oh my
make
God.
profit?
You could turn it into like a petting zoo, like a
Yeah,
petting
I was
farm
gonna
for
say
the
with
cat.
like a cat cafe, but like a
Yeah,
farm.
but it's a farm.
If
Oh
you
my
think I
God.
can't turn a profit, clearly you just are not creative enough.
Leave it to
Clearly.
Milo to find the profit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
underestimate how much people love cats.
You underestimate my love of capitalism. Catapalism.
Catapalism. I like that.
I know, I'm a genius.
Of
Do you
course
know
it
if there was
will-
ever a response? Oh, okay. keep
No,
going,
no,
Matt. You're not
no. I
done.
actually know why this ended up in the newspaper. Because at first I was
Okay.
really confused. Like it's a fun clipping. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's really fun. And I was confused at the same time. I'm like, I love this, but why is like a 13-year-old writing to
Got
like
it.
John D. Rockefeller about $1 million to invest in her
Oh,
cotton
yeah.
farm? It turns out that it was like a school contest type of thing. So
Oh.
students were asked to like write. I don't know why John D. Rockefeller was such a big deal in 1909, but they're like, write like a tiny little letter of what you would do with $1 million if like John D. Rockefeller left it to you. So there's multiple like little clippings like this talking directly to like John D. Rockefeller of like, hey, this is what I would do with $1 million. But hers is the most creative by far. The other kids, you know, they're like 13, 14-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and they're just saying if I had like $1 million, I would buy my parents' house. We would
Yeah.
travel the world. We would like open up an orphanage type of thing. We would give money away. But this girl was all about like investing it into a cat farm. And I can appreciate that.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually don't know who the winner of the contest was, but apparently like the winner would like earn like, if I'm not wrong, like an expensive watch or something like that.
What does a
yeah,
13-year-old need an expensive watch?
I don't know.
Hey, they can sell it for nickels and dimes and get, I don't know, a Polly Pocket.
In 1909?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to when the story was.
I
don't know.
Into making Polly Pocket.
They can go, I don't know, buy cocaine, I guess. That was popular in 1909. I assume.
I think that has always been popular in certain groups of people.
You telling me you like cocaine?
No,
I think
no.
the kids should have just gotten the $1 million.
Yeah,
So.
but I also don't know why they picked John D. Rockefeller out of everyone.
Well, he was the. What do you mean? He was the most famous, richest man in the world.
Yeah, I know that fact, but I'm like, just like, I want to know why, like, it became like a school contest.
It would be strange if there was a school contest to write Elon Musk what you want for like Christmas.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to compare it to that. Like, it would be like fun, but also like, why?
Why not?
Because what if he just like randomly decides that he's feeling generous and does give the $1 million?
I don't know a lot about Rockefeller, but maybe he was the Mr. Beast of whatever era he's from. I'm not too great with history.
He was the most Mr. Beast.
You know what? I hope that like at least he read some of this once and was like had a good chuckle at the cat farm.
I hope so. I hope to God.
Yeah, so that's a cat farm for y'all.
Thank you.
Guys, yeah. So, care to take us off, Kai? Take us away?
Yes. Yes. So for my newspapers today, I'm going to take us on actually a bit of a saga. And you guys will see what I'm talking about. Okay. But I guess to start off also with my first article. This one, all of these articles, they're the type of thing like last time where like they're posted in other articles around like those states, but they're all set in the same place, I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
You're telling me your newspapers have continuity? God damn it.
Yes, they do.
I have to pay attention? Shit.
Yes. No. They'll be great. It'll be worth it. I promise. Okay. So this one comes out of Eugene, Oregon. It's called the Eugene Guard. It's posted on Sunday, May 23rd, 1954. But this story is based in New York. So,
okay.
This article starts off, the headline is Penelope flirting with platypus pal. So, okay.
Penelope,
yeah. It honestly is, but
okay.
There's some drama involved.
Oh,
Penelope the platypus, who spent last summer pretending she was a mother, is flirting again with her platypus friend Cecil.
What?
So, Bronx Zoo officials think they've figured out how to keep her from fooling them this time. The furry little duckbill won't be allowed to go near the earth bank in which she builds her nest until her keepers are convinced there's at least a reasonable ground for expectancy. So they just are keeping her locked away, all on her lonesome. But It says, last summer, Penelope spent 3.5 months going through the motions of motherhood. But when zoo officials gently broke open her tunnel in the earth to save the infant from November frost, they found Penelope had never so much as laid an egg. So she was making it.
God forbid a woman have a hobby.
Pregnancy?
Wait, what, Jay?
I was like, this is like a what is it called? Like a fake pregnancy, like when they think.
Yeah, but a platypus did it.
Sometimes animals just do that.
Especially platypuses. Those are just weird as hell.
I mean, I feel bad for the platypus though.
No, for sure. Like, she just wants to be a mom so bad. But who knows? So, article continues to say, the courtship this time got started last Tuesday, curator William Bridges announced, a month earlier than last year. Quote, Cecil started it, and Penelope has been quite receptive, end quote, Bridges reported. As usual among platypuses, Cecil gets a bite of Penelope's tail, and she swims around the pool, towing him. It's presumed to be very romantic for platypuses. If Penelope does produce a young platypus or two, it will be something of an event. The breed is a rare oviparous mammal, both lays eggs and suckles its young, and young have never been produced in captivity outside their native Australia. So, Penelope and Cecil are in love, but Penelope just wants to be a mother. But this is the start of a love story that will develop, so stay tuned.
I look forward to it.
Okay, but I'm reading this and I thought it was so cute that, like, Cecil bites Penelope's tail and they're swimming around the pool and she's just like towing him along. I don't know, I think that's super cute. Why do animals do that? Like, animals do the weirdest things.
I like that. I think it's just like a little nibble.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, this is the start of the story of Penelope and Cecil, the platypuses.
I look forward to seeing where this leads.
All right.
Care to carry on, Milo?
Scientist thinks dinosaurs may roam in Western Africa.
Oh, straight for the gut.
Bro is ready.
That's the title of the article. Scientists think that dinosaurs may roam in Western Africa. What more do you want from me?
No, I love it.
Nothing. That was perfect. It was beautiful.
A bizarre creature that dwells in the swampy jungles of Western Africa, known to the natives as Mokele Membe, may in fact be a modern-day survivor of the dinosaur age, says a researcher. What time period do you think this paper came out in?
I want to say like
the early 2000s.
Jay, you're right on the money.
Yeah, let's go.
You don't get anything.
$1 million.
I wasn't expecting anything.
You get a cat farm in your imagination.
I get what?
You get a cat farm.
That would be lovely.
It's an imaginary cat farm.
I will take it.
You can cultivate it.
The beast is described as having a body about the size of an elephant, with smooth brownish gray skin, a long flexible neck, and long tail, and huge, blade, 3-clawed feet. James Powell Jr., who said his field is cryptozoology, the branch of zoology that deals with the search for unknown animals, has never seen the beast, but believes it may be related to the Brontosaurus, a dinosaur thought to have become extinct 70 million years ago.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like a dinosaur from the description, he said Tuesday, but we can't say it's a dinosaur until we actually have a specimen, such as a bone.
Yeah.
Bro really thought the dinosaurs still existed.
Why not?
Honestly, I wish they did. I would love to live with dinosaurs.
A witch doctor in Gabon named Michael Obiang asked by Powell to select from a series of pictures the animal that most resembled the Moxelli membe, picked one of a small dinosaur. I got that consistent response in various jungles, he said. The impression I got in Gabon was that the animal is part of the culture. They know about it, but the trail didn't seem to be too hot.
Okay.
Powell said he does not want to capture the creature, but rather to observe it in its habitat. The main thing is to discover it, and certainly the area should be made a national park because of the importance of the animal.
That's the kind of science I can get behind.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
We have to preserve the dinosaurs.
Powell's biggest problem in pursuing the Mokele Membe has been raising money for his trips to Africa.
Oh,
Abilene?
He doesn't live there?
No, he doesn't live there.
I thought he did.
He's just
You're
there.
You're telling me James Powell Jr. is not from Western Africa?
Some people
Hey, he could be.
relocate for their jobs.
Yeah.
No, he's not from Africa. Abilene, Texas oilman Jack Grimm, who is currently financing a search for the sunken Titanic, withdrew an offer for funds, and Powell said he sees little chance of securing a grant he is seeking from the Rolex Corp.
What?
He's trying to get sponsored by Rolex to go.
Out of all the... Some girl wants like a cat farm from John D. Rockefeller, and this guy wants Rolex to sponsor his dinosaur hunt.
He's certain the native stories are not the setup for a hoax. No, they're kind of reluctant to talk about it because they've been laughed at so much, he said. If you look more into, I'm going to say the name wrong, Mokele Membe, there's been no DNA evidence yet. There's not been any photographic evidence yet. Anything of the sorts. But it is said to be a local legend of a I guess mythical water spirit thing that's meant to exist in the Congo River. Maybe it's a dinosaur.
I guess it may be. Only he needs to do more research.
He does.
That's it.
I
just wanted to talk about a maybe
to this
dinosaur.
day.
Oh, I love it. Talk about his dinosaurs as much as you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am interested in this.
Cool.
Well,
Thank you.
that's going to be the last that you hear of it.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's
You've got different dinosaur stories for later.
I have more dinosaurs.
Nice.
I look forward to them as well. And I wonder where they're at now, because this one was in Africa.
It'll be around the world.
Ooh.
Around the world. Cool. Circling back to Jay.
To myself. I have a newspaper clipping from the Miami News from Miami, Florida. And this is from June 24th, 1988. And this is more of an advice column, I would say. But it's an interesting advice column.
Lay it on me.
The title says, "A 3-year-old dog is not a minor."
What?
A 3-year-old dog is not a minor.
Oh, I didn't hear the dog part.
Oh, did you just hear a 3-year-old?
I'm paying attention, I swear.
No, that's fine.
I have selective hearing.
And this is from Ryan, the advice dog.
Oh.
Yeah, so this advice column is by Ryan, the advice dog. It says, none of the human advice columnists have been able to get the word straightened out properly. So send your problems to Ryan, American's most widely read advice dog. Address your lovelorn, hate-lorn, pet-lorn, or any problems to Ryan, the advice dog. And then it gives the address Miami News, P.O. Box 615, Miami, Florida 33152. And it says, do you think that there's any real danger that my young dog might be corrupted by all the sex scenes so often shown on television in this area?
What?
Huh? Wait, what? Go back just like 5 seconds. And repeat
Oh
what you
yeah,
just
I
said.
will do that for you. I know. It says, do you think that there is any real danger that my young dog might be corrupted by all the sex scenes so often shown on television in this era?
See, this is a responsible parent.
Yeah.
We need more folks like this.
Concern about their dogs.
Yeah, their dogs like exposure to sinful stimuli.
And then it follows by saying, I have a 3-year-old German Shepherd named Wolfgang.
Already.
And he does indeed stare at the television a lot. I know that the animal psychologists say dogs don't watch TV, but I know for certain that some dogs do. And
My dog loves
Wolfgang
watching TV.
is one of them.
My dog hates
Your dog too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I wish my dog liked TV. That way I could put it on and she could not look at me for just 5 minutes.
Does he just like constantly stare at you?
She's just always side-eyeing me like I've done something wrong. I have, but I don't need her to acknowledge it.
Fair. Yeah, so it continues by saying, mostly he likes animal shows, particularly when the animals are making real animal noises, which perk him right up and he gets downright excited at the sight and sounds of birds.
I like animals that don't make actual animal noises.
He tries unsuccessfully to sneak up and catch birds in real life around the yard. So it says, so I know he's interested in TV. He just sits there and stares. But what about when steamy sex scenes come on? My husband and I don't go out of our way to tune in such movies, but we don't get all that shock when they come on. However, my husband swears that Wolfgang stares with great interest at the sex scenes. Is there any possibility that this is true, or is it my husband trying to kid me as usual?
What?
Yeah. And then she follows by saying, we do, of course, turn off R-rated movies while the kids are up, but Wolfgang keeps late hours. And I think it would be silly censoring TV for a young dog. What do you think? Feeling puzzled.
Bro, what?
What?
These dogs getting freaky. What the hell?
No!
Two different responses.
This is awful. This sucks.
No, this is terrible. Why?
So there is a reply.
Great. Is it from the husband?
No, from Ryan, the advice dog.
Ryan, as a fellow dog, how do you feel?
Yeah. It says, well, for one thing, Wolfgang is actually 21 in dog years. So you're not being a party. So you're not being a party to lowering the morals of a minor in any case. Although, frankly, it is hard to make people understand that a 3-year-old dog is not a minor, which is why it is almost impossible for me to buy a drink here in Miami when I go out dancing.
Oh, Ryan.
You will have even greater comfort, however, in the fact that dogs who watch television are not corrupted by sex scenes amongst humans. In any case, we think that they are hilarious. Nudity per se has little or no effect on us dogs, as we stay nude and think clothes are ridiculous in the first place.
Oh,
And-
hell no.
Okay, Ryan's onto something right now.
And then he continues by saying, and human sex scenes, far from arousing us, totally break us up. We're just too polite to laugh in front of you people. But the truth is, you folks are an absolute riot with your provocative procedures. Talk about silly.
Why are the dogs laughing at us like being like naked on TV? That's humiliating.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like their nature documentary.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is.
You're
and then
telling me you ate ever. My bad. You keep going on.
No, he just has one last thing to say. Like, this is how he wraps it up. So don't worry about Wolfgang being corrupted. He watches sex scenes for the same reason you guys watch The Three Stooges or Pee Wee Herman, except yours are a lot funnier. And yeah, that is from Ryan, the advice dog.
I need Ryan to give me advice every single day of my life.
For real.
Every time I go to the grocery store, when I'm thinking about which chicken nuggets I need to buy, the answer is always the dino nuggets, but for some reason I always stall. He'd be there.
He would tell you the dino nuggets.
Ryan, the advice dog.
It's
I need
always
him.
the
I need
dino
him
nuggets.
speed dial on my phone.
I think it would be fun if like there's still columns like that on newspapers. But
Dog with a blog.
yeah. Yeah. This was before Dog with a Blog.
What's dog with a blog?
You don't know what dog with a blog is?
I don't know a lot of things.
Oh my god! It was
Are
like
any of
a
you gonna explain it?
what was it? Was it like a not
It
like
was
a
like a
Nickelodeon show? Was
TV
it?
show. I
But-
think it was like Disney.
Yeah, it was a Disney show. It was like there's this talking like golden like retriever or something that has like a blog that he posts on every day, but like he's living in this family and he has to pretend that he's not a like conscious dog. And I don't know, the family eventually finds out, or the kids do, and they're like, "Oh my god, we have a talking dog." And I don't know, I don't really remember it, but
No,
The fuck?
yeah. As soon as you said Dog with a Blog, it's like memory unlocked, because I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but I would watch it whenever it was on. So yeah, that's a good
You're
comparison.
telling me a dog was a micro influencer?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. It's kind of crazy, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't real. It was TV.
Yeah.
Mm.
But now you know that
you know
maybe
that.
it was based on a real case, like Ryan the dog, the advice dog.
What if Ryan was an actual dog? We would never know.
That is true. We would never know.
That's a very Alexis coded thing to say. Anyway, go on with
Alexis would
your
know more.
next story.
Alexis would know more about dog with a blog. She should be here to explain that right now. So,
Fair.
but all right. I guess for my next one, it's gonna be part 2, the sequel.
Yes.
So this is posted by, of course, a different newspaper in Maryland. Whatever, doesn't really matter. But this was
matter.
posted the Evening Sun from Baltimore, Maryland. But yeah, this is still set in New York.
Okay.
This was posted September 18th, 1957, so about 3 years after that first article with the platypuses. But this one says, Platypus Penelope presumed perished.
Huh?
What?
Platypus Penelope presumed perish.
No.
Perished. The Bronx Zoo
Penelope.
says Penelope, its missing duck-billed platypus, is probably dead.
No, she's just
Doctor, I hope so. Dr. Leonard J. Gross, acting director of the zoo, yesterday called off the hunt for the 2-pound reluctant lover.
missing. Damn, she
The
was
zoo
2
people. What?
pounds. I said, damn, she was 2 pounds. Ignore me. Go on.
that mean, Milo?
It doesn't mean anything. Keep saying your story. I say stupid shit all the time. Just ignore me.
The zoo people don't know exactly how Penelope escaped. They believed she scambled out of her burrow and over a high wire fence on July 26th. Cecil, her intended mate, lingers on in the platypussery, into which he and Penelope...
What is that?
Sorry. Oh, damn it.
Is that like a hatchery, but for like platypuses?
What do you
I think
you
that's
think
just what
it
they
is?
called their platypus environment at the zoo. They call it the platypussery. I was trying so hard to get through it without laughing.
I wonder if they still call it that or if they're like changed the name.
Oh, I hope not. I hope they do, actually. I hope they still call it a platypussery. Anyway, Cecil, her intended mate, lingers on in the platypussery into which he and Penelope moved after a trip from their native Australia. He hasn't betrayed much sense of loss, but they never got along anyway. Couldn't stand Cecil. Cecil had been indifferent to her, but unexpectedly showed some interest in July. It was too late. Penelope couldn't stand him. For weeks, the zoo men combed the 252-acre grounds. They searched along its streams and ponds. A Troy, New York amateur detective reported her at an upstate crossroads, 150 miles from the Bronx. A Long Island man telephoned he had seen her cross one of the state parkways. None of the leads panned out. The platypus is a freak of nature. Warm-blooded, it lays eggs. Literally, platypus means broadfoot.
Damn, okay.
They really said
like
this. Wow, okay.
Like a sad story, and at the end they're just like, yeah, platypus is a freak.
Help us find our missing platypus. By the way, the platypus is a fucking crazy animal.
It almost sounds like, hey, she might be dead, but don't worry, she was a freak.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I'm just,
No, but it's kind of sad. Like they had a hunt for her, but they couldn't find her. She was missing for days, so she's presumed dead.
How did this 2-pound fucking platypus go over a fence?
I don't know. Over a high wire fence, nonetheless.
No
what
way.
they said. That's crazy.
Her ass did not do that. I don't
I'm
believe
sorry.
it. No.
If like it burrowed underneath it, that'd be understandable. But like, if you were to walk by or drive by and you see a platypus hanging onto like a fence, I would have to stop my car.
The platypus crossed the highway. Allegedly.
Yeah.
It sounds like the start of a bad joke.
It really does. No, because it says they believe she scambled out of her burrow and over a high wire fence. Like, she just climbed over it. She was so sick of Cecil that she just had to leave. Like, she couldn't stand being with him anymore.
Why did the platypus cross the highway?
Why?
Why?
To get out of the platypussery.
She was sick of her lover.
Yeah, both.
I can't do this anymore, Cecil. I have to go.
It's over for us.
He doesn't even give a shit.
No, he was just like, oh, okay. Sorry.
Good luck. Have fun.
Well, that's the second part of this development. You have to learn more later.
Fucked up, man.
I want to know how this is gonna end.
I do.
It gets crazy.
God damn it.
It gets crazy.
Okay, let me speed through mine because I want to listen to more of this fucking platypus story, man. It got me fucked. Usually my brain is wandering all sorts of ways, always thinking about Sonic the Hedgehog or lunch, but damn, I got platypusseries on the mind.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
You've introduced me to a word.
Let me go hang out in the platypussery. I'll be back later.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Not
instead of
that
my
one.
man cave, I don't have a man cave.
Yeah.
No. It's my platypusery. Only the boys.
Shut
Only the
up.
boys are allowed in the platypusery.
Why do I love
He's
that
like,
so much, though?
okay, you guys have fun in there.
Okay. Monsters of the Deep.
Whoa.
Professor Wiggins writes of them.
Whoa. Okay.
He believes that the plesiosaurus and other huge marine creatures still exist. An interesting diary. Written for the journal by Professor Stone Wiggins. As a matter of curiosity, I have kept a sea monster scrapbook for 20 years, in which I have pasted all the newspaper accounts of sea serpents and sea monsters seen or alleged to have been seen by mariners during that period. These form quite a large volume, and to visionary people and the young makes very interesting reading. What time period do you think this is from?
The 50s.
1990s?
No. Oh, you guys suck at this game.
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. It's 1889.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I was
Really?
1 year off.
What do you mean you were 1 year off?
101
I
years
was
off.
101 years off. Never
That's
mind.
1 year off. This is a man talking about how he really does think that, like the Loch Ness Monster, the Mokele Membe, various other creatures of the deep, they still exist.
Okay.
It's great
I believe they
contemporary.
exist.
You think they still exist?
Today, I think they're out in hiding.
Where?
I don't know. It's like how Bigfoot's hiding, But, like, they're out there somewhere.
No.
Wow.
No. What are you talking about?
Okay, sorry.
Milo was just shutting it down. He's like, no.
No. They don't exist. Mothman is not. The Nightcrawler is not real. Mothman is not real.
No, they have to
Bigfoot
be.
is not real. The Chupacabra, not real. Taxes,
No.
not real.
Oh, really?
The Queen of England, not real. The Easter Bunny is not real. Nothing is real.
Are you
Milo's
real?
shutting down everybody. Everybody's
I'm
dreams
not
right
real.
now. No
I'm
way.
not real.
And that's when we know that we have lost it. Because Milo's a figment of our imagination.
Yeah.
But he goes on to recall various experiences of various captains of when they've experienced a monster in the sea. In June of 1880, Captain Joseph Hall of the Brigantine Caribbean from the West Indies reported that on the outward passage, when about 80 miles south by southwest of Cape Sable, he saw about 7 miles off what appeared to be a great rock. But knowing there were no rocks in that vicinity, he ran his vessel towards it to see what it was. As they approached closer, he thought it was a car buoy, which had recently gone adrift. But on getting still nearer, it had the appearance of a large wreck bottom up. He sailed on till within 200 feet of the strange object. Both Captain Hall and Captain McCraig, who was on board at the time, signed the following report of the monster. Its length was 90 feet, width 20 feet, and it was about 12 feet above the water, above the surface of the water. Its eyes, which were not large, were underwater, while near its head was a large balloon about 18 feet across, which looked as though made of silk. Its color was a pinkish gray, while the main body of the fish was a dark gray, and around it there appeared a fringe of a reddish cast. By going up the rigging, the crew could see its arms or feelers, which were
What?
10 in number and from 12 to 18 feet long.
And you're telling me this is not real?
What?
No, this is not
No,
real.
this has to be real.
These, where the balloon connected with the main body of the fish, seem to be about the thickness of a man's leg. No.
Dude,
No.
what? That thing is
Yeah.
massive.
It appeared to be going through the water about 3 or 4 miles an hour, propelling itself
Okay.
with its multiple arms, apparently.
It's moving. Milo.
It's not real. It's not real. Possibly this was the same animal seen 2 years before by the Nellie Clark, and having been injured by accident or some other animal, by which its wings were torn or rendered useless, was forced to come to the surface, probably to obtain food. This answers to the Scandinavian kraken of the 18th century, described by sailors as a giant lobster that crawled up on vessels from the sea. A monster
That's
of
kinda
this
sick.
description in the year 1879 was seen from a passing steamship to approach a beclaimed vessel in the Bay of Bengal, which crawled upon her deck and sank her in a few minutes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, and it's still not. I'm sorry. So what is sinking this ship?
Apparently the kraken
That was like a giant lobster.
is a giant lobster. What do you
I think a giant
kraken
lobster
is?
would be sick, actually.
I
That's
think that'd
it?
be scary.
Like, we to this day, we don't really know too much about like lobsters and what they do on the ocean floor. What if they all scuttle along and they go to like hail their lobster king, who's just like a giant lobster on
A
the
giant
bottom of the ocean?
lobster.
Kai,
no one
what
has
the
seen.
fuck are you talking about?
No, because technically lobsters are immortal. Like they never die. The only reason lobsters actually die is because they like get too lazy and they don't want to shed their shell anymore. So
God,
they just
I wish
like
that were
rot.
me.
Oh,
Okay.
new D&D character.
Yeah.
You say
giant
that?
lobster.
You say that. I ran a campaign once. One of the gods was a giant mantis shrimp,
Yes.
and the party was full of fucking dampier, so they all sank to the bottom of the sea like idiots. And they were like,
Oh.
"Oh, what's down here? It's a giant fucking mantis shrimp."
Good luck.
Well, this time it's gonna be a giant lobster.
And you know what they did? They
What?
took a bunch of the mantis shrimp's children, brought it up to the surface, and then sold them. My
What the fuck?
players, they just did capitalism in D&D.
What the fuck?
We were all talking about permits. They're like, "Oh, can we sell food in this area?" You can stab somebody and I won't care. What do you mean? What do you mean?
So they
I'm not
stole
gonna-
the babies of a god and then sold them for food. That's so sick. Anyway, I like to think about like what these people actually saw. You know?
I think it was a mass hallucination. That's what I assume.
From
True, but
multiple
like
people.
they must have seen like something in the water though. Like even if it was just like a pack of dolphins or something. That was
What year
like
was this again?
This was 1889.
1880.
They were
yeah.
suffering from
1889.
scurvy.
Yeah, that too. I don't know.
The
But,
scurvy
like I wonder if there
factor.
was just like a regular just like whale swimming in the water and they saw it and they were like mass hysteria, scurvy, whatever, and they're like, oh my god, it's this giant monster.
Maybe it's just a narwhal.
I love narwhal.
They're
That's
doing
what-
something that they've never seen before and just exaggerated it.
That's what it always ends up being. It's just
Yeah.
it's a normal animal.
It was just a dinosaur.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe it was a dinosaur.
Yes, it was. They're still here. I can feel it.
They technically are. Birds are dinosaurs. Technically, actually,
What are those things? Isopods? Aren't isopods like technically like dinosaurs?
what?
Are they?
Do you know what an isopod is?
I know
Yeah.
what an isopod is. How is it a dinosaur?
Well, because like they're like the oldest like species, like the not like the water ones. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What?
Like,
I'm not sure though.
or like no, like they're crabs. They're a type of crab or something. I don't know.
Okay, I was like, I don't know about a lot about them.
Or like the giant isopods. Like
do love
deep
those
ocean
giant
giant
isopods.
isopods.
Yeah. You ever seen one of those? Touched one of them? Dude, those things are
No.
cool.
No.
Oh,
Or like
they feel
horseshoe
like
crabs.
Ugh.
Horseshoe crabs
Oh.
are sick.
Horseshoe crabs are very old. There's
Yeah,
that
very
theory that everything will eventually turn into crab. Anyway.
Oh, I have
Isn't
heard
crab
about
like isn't crab like peak like animal form?
It's peak
Technically?
animal form for like crustaceans.
Valid.
Okay.
Because if you look at a lobster, guy, big, long,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's got his big, massive claws. He's like, okay, he's pretty good at defending himself from the front, but he's not too good at defending his butt from the back.
True.
Claw, it can't
I
reach
reached
his
that
butt.
far. No.
Animals can attack him from the back. So what do? Oh, well, you just make yourself smaller, and then if you move side to side, oh, it don't matter. It don't matter that you can't reach your butt. You can just use your big ass claws and attack everything. It don't matter
Fair.
no more.
I feel like you would take
He's
the
bobbing.
chance
He's
to be a
weaving.
crab. I feel like you would take the chance to be a crab for a day.
Oh, I 100% would. I would love to be a crab for a day.
It's peak for crustaceans. That's why they all turn into crabs. It's all crab. It's all gonna be crab eventually.
I should make my familiar a crab in D&D and just walk around in crab form all day.
Could you imagine, like, you're just walking down a hallway and you just see a crab and it starts moving from side to side?
Well, that's how crabs move.
I know.
Crab in the
I know.
Winchester Mystery.
Exactly, like in a hallway. It's like, why is it, like, how do you deal with the crab? Like, first of all, how did
Why
it
is
get
there
in
a
here?
crab there?
Yeah. And,
How
like,
did crab
I mean, like,
get here?
squirrels, raccoons, cats, but like a sea creature, like, why is there a crab on the second floor?
Okay, that would be pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, it would be, but yeah.
That's next stop. Dude, now you have to turn your familiar into a crab.
Yes.
just for like shits and giggles, just for the hell of it. I don't know.
I think it would confuse a lot of people, and I think that's great. It's the distraction we need.
Evasive
I
maneuvers.
summon a crab.
He's bobbing. He's weaving. He's built to withstand the ocean floor.
There is no
Not that
water
he's on
anywhere
it.
in sight.
Not that there's any water. That's enough of my crustacean rambling.
Thank you. No, I loved
Cool.
it.
Cool. Jay?
Okay, so we're back to me. And
Okay.
this time we're heading to Buffalo, New York.
Nice.
I love
So-
buffalo sauce.
Me too.
I like buffalo sauce, yeah. So this is from the Buffalo News, and this is
Mhm.
from July, wow, July 18, 1984.
Oh, July 18th?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That date is important to me for some reason. Go on.
Okay. So this one, it's straight to the point, I think. It says, bees in house cause a honey of a problem.
What?
Yep. Bees in house cause a honey of a problem.
Does that mean a good problem or
I don't
bad-
think there's good problems, Milo.
bad There are totally good problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
dick
wait.
is too big. That's a good problem. Sorry. We should cut that out. Cut that out.
No, we're leaving that in. We're leaving that in.
Please don't. Please.
No, we're leaving that in. We're leaving that in.
Anyway, there are good problems. Go on.
Okay, so this starts with an expert on bees says the 50-pound of gooey honey that fell through the ceiling in Julia Fielder's bedroom may be just a small part of a giant honeycomb hidden within the recess of her 2-story brick home.
That is fucking awesome.
So what kind of problem, Milo?
That's a good problem. A good problem.
Yeah, you have a bunch of free honey. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, you know.
In this economy, you're telling me you got raw honey, fresh from the source, your ceiling, and you're complaining about it?
Okay, but my question that comes to mind is, how did she not hear the terrifyingly loud buzzing coming from above her in her walls?
How lucky was she that it didn't fall on her?
Oh, yeah. That's what I had in mind as well. Could you imagine being, like, crushed by, like, a giant block of, like, a 50-pound gooey honey?
God.
50 pounds?
That is actual nightmare.
So she said, she goes, I don't know what to do, Miss Fielder said. I don't have the money to get all the walls and ceilings torn out and replaced. What a mess. She was asleep Sunday night when she heard what sounded like breaking plaster.
Oh.
At first, I thought it was a burglar trying to get through the back door, she said. I got up and looked, and the noise stopped. Then I went back into the bedroom, and it started again. She switched on the light and saw that a corner of the ceiling was bent down. An hour later, a large part of the ceiling collapsed, and about 50 pounds of honey hit the floor next to Miss Fielder's bed.
God damn.
Entomologist George A. Winkler of the St. Louis Zoo said it is not unusual for European honeybees, such as those found in St. Louis, to have the same hive for years. He said it is unusual for them to build hives inside a house. Honeybees can thrive in big cities by gathering nectar from clover, wildflowers, and domestic summer blooms, Mr. Winkler said. Miss Fielder said she noticed bees around her house soon after she bought it 12 years ago. She didn't think much about them until last summer when she saw them going in and out of a small hole on the outside, in the outside bricks. I had my son dump some ammonia inside and
shit
inside the hole and then plaster it shut, she said. That got rid of the bees, but not their hive, which might fill much of the home recess, official says.
Oh, God.
And that is all.
That's
kind of terrifying. Me
there
personally.
could be bees in your walls right now.
Oh, God.
There's a theory that you're always, 5 to 8 feet away from a spider at all times.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe that.
Who was I talking with last time about it being a different animal? Birds. It's like, could you imagine if it was the same thing, but with birds?
You're telling me, well, in that case, instead of honey, what would it be? A giant 50-pound egg?
No, not
There's an ostrich in your ceiling.
No, you know how, like, there's always how many spiders are, like, how far away from you, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But what if it was instead of, like, spiders, it was birds?
Well...
There's just a bird flying in my room.
God, that would suck. I've had that happen. If there was a bird within 8 to 10 feet of me, my dog would have a field day.
Oh yeah, mine would go crazy.
She'd go what? It would not be the first time. Oh gosh, I don't know what it is about these fucking local birds, man. I don't know if they have brain damage or something, but they just they see my patio open and they're like, I gotta get in there. I gotta get into that house. And then they come in and they're like, actually, this is a horrible fucking idea. There's a dog in here and it's trying to kill me. And they're trying to make it out. And they think, oh, this is open. And they go straight into a window. This has happened twice.
No.
And the birds react the exact same way. And they hit their head in the window. And then they make themselves prime target for my fucking dog. These poor birds.
Milo, how do you know it's not the same bird?
Actually, oh man, I didn't even think about that.
I'd hope the bird would like not be stupid enough to fly into the same house where it almost died previously. I don't know. Some birds are pretty smart.
Not these birds, clearly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They weren't crows. They're like these they aren't small birds. I could probably like hold them in my hand. But like gripping them like a hot dog.
How do that many bees even get into your home without you realizing? Like surely you've got to be like see like a bee fly around in your house, be like, I wonder why there's a bee in here, and then you investigate.
Well, she purchased
something.
She purchased the house like 12 years before the incident. So that's like 12 years of the bees going in and out, just like expanding their life. Oh my
god.
Actually, how did this lady not notice?
That's what I'm saying.
The thing I was going to say, it's like a brick house. So I don't think it would have been the same sound as if it was through like a different...
Like wooden plaster walls. Yeah. True. But still, 50 pounds of like honeycomb and honey is and like crazy.
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
That's half of my weight.
No, like that's insane. Like how many bees would it take to create that? How many are just swarming inside?
Yeah. So,
well,
hope y'all like honey.
I do. Thankfully.
That was a sweet story.
Okay.
Hey,
get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Boom. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Actually,
we're ending the episode.
Get out of here.
Okay, I'll just head out. I'll leave it to Kai and Milo to take it over.
No. Stay.
You can't.
You got to hear this.
Unsupervised.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Ending.
Let's see, like how the grand finale of the platypus journey.
She better not have fucking died. I swear to God.
So, this one was posted by the Buffalo News in Buffalo, New York. Also Buffalo. Friday, September 20th, 1957. So, 2 days after the previous article that I read. Okay. And this one, did platypus die of broken heart? Cecil, the last surviving captive platypus outside Australasia, was found dead Wednesday in the platypusery at the Bronx Zoo.
God damn it. We were talking shit about him earlier, but fuck.
We were. Death came 1 day after zoo officials had listed Cecil's mate, Penelope, as presumed lost and probably dead, following her disappearance from the platypusery on July 26th. Cecil and his mate held all records for platypus survival in continuous captivity. Cecil, which arrived at the zoo with Penelope on April 25th, 1946, had lived there for 10 years, 4 months, and 24 days. A captive female survived almost 10 years at Badger Creek Sanctuary in Australia. Another platypus lived 14 years there, but its captivity was broken by 6 weeks' freedom after its first stretch of confinement. Nobody knows why Cecil died. Dr. Leonard J. Goss, acting zoo director, held up the death announcement while he carefully performed an autopsy. Cecil showed no signs of disease or injury and no degenerative changes due to age. The only overt sign of trouble was a sharp loss in weight.
Oh.
So...
just out of nowhere.
This platypus, like... he guess he really did die of a broken heart. He was so sad that Penelope left him, and he realized he messed up, and he just fell into a deep depression, and he stopped eating.
Oh, he did have a broken heart.
He did.
Damn.
Normally, the animal weighed from 3.4 to 3.8 pounds. On August 13th, almost 3 weeks after Penelope left, its weight dropped to 3.03 pounds. At death, it weighed 2.31 pounds. Cecil's appetite for
Wow.
crayfish, earthworms, frogs, and coddled eggs began to decline 5 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, so Penelope was not that. Damn, Penelope was a skinny platypus.
Well, yeah, and then Penelope left, and Cecil just couldn't carry on. He just stopped eating.
Damn,
But
the story's fucking sad. Why are you laughing?
I laughed through the pain.
It's how we
No, it
grieve.
is really sad. It is. When I first read this, I was like, I just sat back in my chair for a bit, and I was like, no fucking way. I was like, no way he actually died of a broken heart because he missed Penelope.
And he did.
Zoo officials who abhor nature fakers and anthropomorphic sentimentalists won't blame a broken romance for Cecil's passing. Instead, they'll wait 3 weeks for microscopic analyses of the internal organs, hoping to obtain some clue to the death. Arrangements to restock the platypussery, which drew 500,000 viewers in its 10-year history, are already underway. Zoo officials will write Prime Minister Robert Gordon Menzies of Australia for permission to export 3 specimens, 2 females and a male. The platypus, a duck-billed anomaly that combines the characteristics of bird, mammal, and reptile in one peculiar shape, enjoys strict Australian government protection. Permission secured, the zoo will ask Dr. David Flay of Australia, world's top platypus expert, to capture the animals. Dr. Flay will seek 4-month-old babies, capturing them when they emerge from their burrows next February. After 2 months adaptation to captivity, they could be flown here in 2 or 3 days, riding in a special platypussery on a regular airliner. With luck, they could go on exhibition at Bronx Zoo late next spring.
That's what Spirit
Nice.
Airlines doesn't have. Spirit Airlines doesn't have a platypussery on board.
No, they don't have a platypussery. They're not cool like that.
You'd expect them to? I would hope they don't.
You always got to be prepared, you know?
Yeah.
They immediately were like, damn, these platypuses died. Let's get new ones. Like,
Yeah,
they brought us so much money.
They're like, okay, time to move on. Let's
Okay.
put an ad out.
So I was theorizing though, right? And I was like,
Mhm.
why did all this drama unfold? And remember how in the first article, Penelope the platypus, she like faked being pregnant and faked being a mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she probably wanted to feel like a mother, right? But so she had to fake it, but she eventually left. Why did she leave? She was mad that Cecil wouldn't give her a baby.
Oh, wait, is that your theory or is that like on a
That's my
newspaper?
theory. That's my theory. She
It's
was
a
just
good
like fed up
theory.
with him. She wanted a family and he was just like, no, I don't think I'm ready yet. And she was like, well, I'm sorry, but I have to leave you. And that's what she
My
did.
biological clock is ticking.
Exactly. Like, I need to find somebody now. And Cecil was just like, no, please don't leave. But at first he was angry, and that's why he didn't really care. He was like, stupid bitch. She left me.
Holy gee.
But then he realized how much he actually loved her and missed her.
Uh-huh.
And he fell into a deep depression, and he eventually succumbed to it. That's my theory. So.
And that's just a theory. A platypus theory. Maybe she made it all the way back to Australia.
Maybe. She went back to Australia. She found her family. She finally, got to grow old and have her children. But in her last days, she wanted to know what happened to her old beloved Cecil. So she went on a journey back to the Bronx. And she found that he had passed away many, many years ago. And that's the story of Penelope and Cecil the platypuses.
All right.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, no happy ending here, but definitely a story.
Definitely a story. Thank you. I agree.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, Milo.
It's the new Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. Modern platypus day. I don't know. Cool. What are you gonna end us off with, Milo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna end you off with you'll never guess what it is. It's another
Oh, no
article
way.
talking about fucking dinosaurs.
Ooh,
No way! Oh my god! What?
What's
Almost all
the headline?
This one's actually, it's got a pretty normal headline. Extinct animals. If the mammoths return to Earth once more. Dinosaurs and dodos would cause consternation among present-day animals. Human, as well as brute, a realistic picture. This one was posted, I forget, 1896.
Okay.
All of my articles happened after the Bone Wars. We're not going to get into the Bone Wars because that's a whole nother dinosaur.
Fair.
Of history. But a majority of this article is this author kind of talking shit. It is a good thing on a whole that the extinct animals are extinct because a dinosaur, a dodo, or a megatherian returning to Earth at the present time would create more trouble than would be worth. Nobody would know what to do with such a monster, and science tells us that he might be dangerous. Even the pterodactyl, which was in many respects the most delicate of these products of a remote age, would not have made a decent soup. The size of these beasts was such that they could afford only a poor kind of sport. They were so big that the worst marksmen could not help but hit them, and after they were killed, they could not be removed. The sportsman who shot a dinosaur would have no fine pair of antlers to take home with him for the edification of his friends, while the dodo was an ugly bird without any ornamental feathers that would have looked well in a woman's hat. This monster was an absurd creation, being able neither to fly nor to swim, and was exterminated in the 17th century, much to the general relief.
Relief of who?
Yeah, what are they? They're just like, okay, you know what? That's so much better. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
You telling me you want dinosaurs to be around?
At least the dodo bird.
Yes, I do.
It does suck that the dodo is dead. The dodo displayed neither activity nor intelligence, and its name is a synonym for stupidity to the present day. Captain von West Zanin of Latvia has left it on record how a dodo captured by some of his men could not be eaten by the whole crew, so great was its size. He also tells how the dodo made such a display of stupidity as to merit the contempt of his men. A dodo walking along a country road at the present time would scare all of the horses and block up the passage.
I would love to see dodo birds like flying around still.
They can't fly. That's what I just said.
No, but like if they could fly, you know what I mean?
I think they'd look silly. They'd be like silly little birds flying around.
I think if dodo birds still existed, we would genetically modify them so that they could be able to fly.
I think they would be
That's
pets.
not how...
It'll be like Jurassic Park.
I think we would have them as pets.
Life finds a way.
You know what? If dodo birds were like still alive, I think that girl would have wanted the $1 million for a dodo bird farm.
Oh, that would be sick. How cool would it be if there was like pterodactyls flying up above us? I don't know.
Not cool. No.
I like some dinosaurs, and I don't like them that much.
Fair. No, I like dinosaurs.
I like being able to walk outside and not being like concerned that something might snatch me.
I fully recognize the fact that like most dinosaurs would just completely obliterate me, but I think
I'm fine with
I'm okay with that.
Herbivores. Like they can be around.
Yeah. Those guys are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue, Milo.
Yes, Milo, go ahead.
The author then goes on to describe various animals of various sizes. And he loves to end it off with a curious thing about all these animals is that in spite of their vast size and great strength, they should have become extinct. The smaller and weaker animals survived. Perhaps the giant monsters killed each other off in some great battle of prehistoric times, and this theory has more than once been advanced to account for their disappearance.
Okay.
And then that's just how it ends.
Damn.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you
it's
for
not
the,
fine. You think dinosaurs fought each other to the death?
They did.
No.
Like, isn't that like historically accurate?
No, I can't tell if you're being genuine.
No,
I like
I know
that,
that. I know, like as a whole. I know as a whole, like
Historically
I know dinosaurs didn't like commit genocide on themselves, but like there were dinosaurs that would like fight over their food and stuff, and they'd like
Yeah.
battle it out to the death.
Yeah, but not in some not in like some Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
No, it's not what you typically see like in Jurassic Park.
No, they're not doing. They're like every other animal. You know, before like the 2000s, everyone thought that dinosaurs had died due to drought, and not the meteor, which is now more popular. They thought there was a great drought, and it killed all of them.
Imagine like that's such like an embarrassing way to die, though.
A
What?
drought
Like you're just
or a
minding
meteor?
a meteor. Like you're just minding your own business, and then all of a sudden a big rock hits your place, and then you die because of it. Like
Or a giant like honeycomb.
a giant honeycomb comes down from space and wipes out the dinosaurs.
Just obliterates you.
Yeah.
I can't believe you find it embarrassing to be hit by a giant space rock. How is that not cool?
Also, who would be witness to like make fun of you?
That's
The
true.
aliens.
Everyone would be dead.
Yeah.
The aliens who sent the meteor over to Earth.
Lol, get pranked.
They would come down to Earth and be like, ha.
Look at these losers. They couldn't counteract anything. They couldn't counteract a meteor.
Seriously, like they just had to accept their fate. Like,
See,
like they're just
I
chilling there,
how
like,
we're,
ooh,
like,
meteor.
saying that they got to live through it. It could have been like instant, like they weren't even aware of it.
Like implosion.
True.
Like maybe
Like
they
the
didn't even know that they
submarine.
died. Like they blinked and 1 minute they were there, 1 minute they were not.
I mean, I'm not gonna question their sentience, but they're also giant lizards.
Yeah. Not all of them, but the majority.
Majority of them were giant lizards. I want
I
to be
like
a giant
lizards.
lizard.
You are a giant lizard.
How am
Pretty
I
much.
not? Oh.
Like
I
Figo.
believe you are
It's
wrong
not
in
even-
both categories, Kai.
Figo,
No, like Figo.
Oh,
yeah,
Figo's
he
like,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were telling Milo.
Oh no, Milo is. I mean, Milo could be like a lizard, but I don't know. Who knows? He might be
Didn't you
hiding
know I
something from
am?
us.
I am a
Cold-blooded and
lizard.
like prefers to like take sun baths.
I love the sun. It tastes so good on my senses.
Oh hell no, we got Mark Zuckerberg over here.
Wait, what?
You know the meme that like he's a lizard or whatever.
Yeah, but I thought you were like trying to like it was something he said in the past.
Oh no.
No, didn't you know he totally said like he said that, man.
Now
At a
I
press
know.
conference. Everyone
He's
was
actually
super
a lizard,
confused.
confirmed.
It's been confirmed.
Bro's trolling us just to troll us.
Because he can.
And honestly, I would do that too if I was him.
But
Anyway,
yeah, I just wanted to talk about dinosaurs.
And I'm glad you did.
thank you for coming on here and talking about
What's your
dinosaurs. I
favorite
think we all
dinosaur?
enjoyed
I
it.
need to know your favorite dinosaur right now.
My favorite dinosaur.
The fact that you don't have this immediate answer.
An Ankylosaurus.
The Ankylosaurus?
Yeah, the one that has like a club tail.
I know what the Ankylosaurus is.
Yeah.
That one's your
And
favorite?
it's so cool. It's so cool. It's like the heavily.
I
It's
won't-
like
I won't
the
judge another
tank of
man's
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
What?
Mm,
What?
mm. Well, actually, they don't. Recently, they've been like, we don't actually think they use this for defense. They think it may have been possibly used for mating or something like that.
Oh,
We don't know a
really?
lot about dinosaurs. Well, it's just because how good of a defense. We were just talking about this with the lobsters. How is that a good defense in your butt? How is your butt
Well,
a good defense mechanism?
Well, you
You're
could like
right.
swing it around. You could use it like a whip, and you could like wind it up behind you, and he could just
They
like
were super
turn his whole
fat.
body to like.
No. Just the butt defense is not good. We don't know what they used their clubs for, but it probably was not for clubbing things or it being ankle biters or whatever. No,
I do also love a good Brachiosaurus, though.
I
Those
like
things
the
are cool.
Spinosaurus. I like the
That's the one that I
Spinosaurus.
like.
Sick.
Brachiosaurus.
The Spinosaurus.
The Utah Raptor.
What the fuck is the Utah Raptor?
Yes,
It's basically like it's like the inspiration for like Velociraptors, pretty much, because Velociraptors aren't like real dinosaurs.
Yeah, no,
Are
no,
they?
no.
No.
Well,
yeah.
yes and no. Yes and
Or like the Jurassic Park Velociraptors.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like those aren't real dinosaurs. Those
Yeah.
are more like Utah Raptors.
Did you know that they
Yeah.
use the sounds of like mating turtles for them?
What?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Like their call, like it's the sound of mating turtles.
That's so weird.
What's the sound of a mating platypus?
Oh, I do not want to know that.
I don't know. That almost sounded like you're going to tell us a joke as well.
Nope.
Okay, my favorite like prehistoric like animal or whatever though is the megalodon.
Ooh, the megalodon.
I love megalodons.
I'm a big fan of any like megafauna. Like the
No, they're
giant
so
sloths.
sick.
So
Yeah.
good. So good. Can you
Ah.
believe that avocados would have gone extinct because the fucking mega sloth went extinct?
What?
So okay, so you know avocados, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're fleshy and they got the
You
big
know
old-
avocados.
you know avocados, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm just asking. Fuck. You know avocados.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
things
do.
the things that ate avocados a lot and helped spread them around were the giant sloths. And so
Oh.
they were like the main people or animal spreading them around everywhere. But then giant sloth goes extinct and avocados are like, oh shit, who the fuck's gonna, not a lot of animals like us. It's really difficult to eat us. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna? Don't worry, avocado. You don't need to worry because another animal technically loves you and is gonna start eating you. And what's that animal that comes into existence right after?
Humans?
Yeah, fucking humans. Fucking humans love avocados.
I think we eat a lot of things.
Humans are weird.
No, we don't eat anything. We only eat avocados.
That's what we ate for the first few million years.
Yeah.
Did
Strictly
you know
avocado.
ice was the first technically export? Not actually. What's it called? What's the term?
Import?
No, not import. It's when you it's like food. When you export food.
It
It was the first harvest or whatever.
Okay.
Because ice was like, oh, we need to keep the fucking shit. We need to keep shit cold. What are we gonna do? And a guy was like, oh, I know where there's some ice that keeps shit cold. And he makes a thing about selling ice, but it's like a consumable, right?
Yeah.
hmm
It makes a lot more sense in my head.
Like
You just got to be in
produce?
there if you were there.
Like
Okay.
it would be considered produce type of thing.
Yes, that's the word.
Okay.
The first produce.
The origins of ice.
It's a
I want to
fruit.
know who first saw like ice and like was like, I'm gonna eat that.
Me.
What?
I love ice.
Also, did you know that the Hawaiian Islands used to be called the Sandwich Islands?
What?
Sandwich
Why?
Islands?
Well, they were named after the I can't remember the whole story. My memory is bad.
The
But
Sandwich Islands.
Some white guy was like, "Oh, hey, look at these islands. I'm a knight, and I'm gonna name them after the Earl of Sandwich." And the Earl of Sandwich was some other white guy in Sandwich, United Kingdom something. And he was the guy who people credit as creating the first sandwich. Why are the islands called
Oh.
Sandwich? Just
Oh,
because some guy decided to.
that's boring. Some like white
I know.
European guy.
I
Yeah.
know. That's how a
Like,
lot
yeah.
of things got their name.
That's how a lot of things, yeah. They're like, yeah, I own this place now. I'm gonna name it like fucking the Sandwich Islands. So
I mean, I
after
feel like
the Earl of Sandwich.
even nowadays, lots of things are named after like people, like laws and things like that.
bro.
As much
Oh.
as as much as we diss white men, I exist because of them. Cut that out.
Yeah, I was colonized.
Hey,
Yeah,
we all
same.
were technically.
And that's why we're ending today's episode.
Yay.
Remember where you came from.
Let us know in the comments. Did you guys get colonized? Actually, maybe don't let us know that. But
No, maybe just let us know if you I don't know.
talk to us somehow, please.
Yeah, go to the bottom of the description and then, or the top of it, and then click send as a text. So
You can also leave YouTube comments.
by the
Like on,
way,
Instagram.
YouTube just reached 1,000. So
Do the
Oh, that's
YouTube
so
thing.
cool.
thank
Do
you,
the
The
everyone.
YouTube thing.
No, do the YouTube thing. Come on, man.
What's the YouTube thing? Oh, all right, guys. Make sure to
Sign us
like and
off.
subscribe.
God, fucking finally. Jeez.
If you like the video, give it a like. If you like it a lot, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click the join button. It's about $5 a month. You'll get special access to our channel. But of course, that's all optional. Thank you for being here. That means a lot.
Tell them about the
All right,
website.
YouTube spiel over.
as
ChambersOfTheOccult.com.
.com.
As
Yeah, Milo?
always, stay occulty. I don't know, some stupid shit like that.
No, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Genuinely, fun episode. Thank you, Milo, for coming along.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And until next time, bye.
Bye bye.
Why did the platypus cross the highway?
Why?
Why?